Well, hello there, guys and gals of YouTube world. Thank you for tuning in to this video. It is Friday, October 15th in the year 2021. And hopefully this finds you doing well. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, please. And always feel free to comment, and most importantly, try to share my videos. And I do want to thank all new subscribers. And I appreciate it. And oh man, I'm terrible with names. Let's see, Nigel. I think I remember that right. Thank you for subscribing. It was great to meet you last night. I do appreciate it. It's great talking to you last night, etc., etc. I think we could be great friends. Anyway, what I'm going to talk to today, the topic I want to talk to you about today is something that plagues this country. Okay, it is consumer debt. All right, I'm looking at an article, bankrate.com. It's on there. All right, and they say as of September of 2021, just last month, consumer debt for the United States stood at $14.96 trillion. $14.96 trillion. That's a lot of money. Okay, look at yourself. Look at your families. How much debt do you have? Okay, it varies for all of us, but they go on to say the average American debt is at $92,727. That's average. There are individuals out there who have zero debt. There are individuals out there who have a ton of debt. That's the average consumer debt. What I don't know, I think I know this answer. I do know this answer. Like it says, the overall debt figure includes credit card balances, student loans, mortgages, and more. It includes personal loans, auto loans, HELOCs, mortgages. I don't think it includes investment mortgages. I could be wrong. If it includes investment mortgages, and somebody like me, I greatly contribute to this because my investment mortgage good debt, not bad debt, good debt, is approximately $1.5 million. Why is that good debt? Because I don't pay it back. What? Mazske doesn't pay his debt back? No, my tenants pay it back for me. So that's good debt. That debt is making me money. You look at any real estate investor, you look at the big wigs, the guys who buy big apartment complexes and whatnot, the big wigs. They are extremely in debt, but it's good debt because they are not paying it back. Their tenants are paying their debt back. Okay? But I don't know if it's an addiction. In one way, it is an addiction. Americans are addicted to spending. Americans are addicted to buying. Okay? Mazske, who, as you know, is a millionaire, he hopefully, if not probably not by the end of this year, but by next year, will be a multi-millionaire. That means have a net worth of $2 million. Okay? I'm not bragging because I've made videos to tell you I'm just a blue-collar guy. And I make less than a lot of Americans make. I make more than other Americans. But I'm there in the middle, but I think I'm lower middle class is where I'd say I fall during my working career. And yet if I can do this, so can you. Okay? And one thing to look at is, if you're young and you're watching this, avoid debt with a passion. Do not go into debt. Do not go into debt to go to college. I mean, if you have to go into a little debt, okay. But run the numbers. If you're going to go in debt $100,000 to get a degree in sociology, how are you going to pay it off? You know, you're going to be I don't know, say you're going to get $100,000 in debt to become a teacher. How are you going to pay it off? Teachers don't make that much. How are you going to pay that debt off? And you're going to that student debt will be hung over your shoulders like a weight for the next umpteen decades, however long it takes. Okay? It's a mistake. Don't do it. If you're going to go in debt for college, do it to get a degree that you can pretty much be guaranteed to get a high-paying job where you can pay that loan off in 2 to 3 years, not 2 to 3 decades. Okay? Car loans, credit cards. Credit cards are the big ones because we need cars to drive to work because we need to work. Okay? If we don't work, we don't need a car. We can walk. All right? Just keep that in mind. If you're unemployed, sell your car. Walk. All right? If you don't want to work, walk. I walk. A lot of times I walk. Why? Because I can. I can walk to stores. I walk. Why not? Okay, I don't need to drive my car. It's wear and tear, so I walk. I've done that for years when I can. When I was going to work, I'd drive to work, of course. All right. But credit card debt If you can't pay cash for something, don't buy it. All right? Yes, there are times when there's an item you need that, like, you need it. It's not just a want, it's a need, and it costs $1,000. Maybe it's car repair, and you just don't have that $1,000, so you got to put it on your credit card because you got to get your car repaired. Or maybe it's something in your house to get repaired, or whatever it may be. You got to do it. So that's the only exception, is if you got to do it, then credit cards can help you out like that. But do your best to pay it off as quick as possible, because credit card interest rates are some of the highest rates out there for any type of loan. Okay, if you have a goal, like I use credit cards, not whenever I shop, almost predominantly. I was in a thrift store today. I used a credit card, $6.39 or something was my final bill. I used a credit card. Why? Because I get points. The points give me free stuff or give me cash back or whatever. I get free stuff though. And I pay my credit card bills off in full every month. I do not pay interest on my credit cards. All right. So other ways Americans are getting in debt is personal loans. I don't know what they get a personal loan for. Maybe they get a personal loan to buy a used car. Maybe they get a personal loan to fix their house up. Maybe they get a personal loan to pay off credit card debt, but it's a personal loan. The average personal loan debt in 2020 was $16,458 per American. That's a lot of money. All right. HELOCs. The average HELOC balance was $41,954. Here's a question for you. What are these folks using their HELOC for? Are they using a HELOC? You're putting your personal house at risk, okay? Because you're borrowing money against your house. If you don't pay that off, you could lose your house. But people use their HELOCs to buy boats, to buy jet skis, to buy toys, to fix up stuff in their house that doesn't return money to them. If you're going to use a HELOC, become a real estate investor. Be knowledgeable about what you do, be educated about what you do, and maybe use a HELOC to assist you in buying a rental property, because then your tenants can pay you the money to get your HELOC paid off. Okay? But put in your mind, avoid debt as much as you can. Yes, to get a car, you might have to get a car loan because cars are expensive, but can you get a beater, as we call it? And when I say a beater, it doesn't have to be something that's 50 years old, 40 years old, 30 years old, 20 years old. Can you find a car that's 5 years old that might have cost $30,000 new, $30,000, not $60,000. You find something that was $30,000 new, it's 5 years old, maybe it's, and I know right now we're in a crazy time period with the pandemic and whatnot. Used car prices are up, but normally maybe that car after 5 years would be, I don't know, $15,000 to $18,000. That's still expensive, but it's a lot cheaper than 30. Okay, so get a mindset if you want to become wealthy, because if I can become the lean financial independence that I am on my way to becoming greater financially independent, if I can do it, by golly, every single working American out there can do the exact same thing. There is absolutely no excuse. And I'll talk bluntly here. If you're watching this channel, well, then maybe there's 10 or 20 of you that'll watch this video, and you're working a job, because I've said many times you got to work a job. If you're working a job, there is absolutely no reason you can't start investing. No reason at all. You make a paycheck, you spend less than you make. That's all you got to do. It's simple. Spend less than you make. If you spend more than you make, you're in debt. Spend less than you make. If you're breaking even, you're spending everything you get. Figure it out. Figure it out. Shop at thrift stores. I bought, you might see them next week, someone washed them, 2 button-down shirts. You see, I wear the same shirts over and over, right? I bought 2. They're colorful. You'll see a lot more color sometime next week. Okay? $3 a piece. A new shirt in the store might cost $30 a piece. I got used shirts in the thrift store, $3 a piece. Last week I got socks in the Goodwill, $3.99 for a pack of 3 socks. Okay? Save money when you can. Life is expensive. It's getting more expensive. Heating oil has gone up. Natural gas has gone up. Life is getting more expensive. Learn how to cut costs. If you didn't learn how during the bull market of the past decade, we're getting ready. We're in an inflation time period. Heating costs are going up. You better learn how to cut costs. Because if you don't, you're going to dig a hole that you can't get out of. Okay? Don't dig a hole. Fill that hole in. Avoid debt with a passion. I hate debt. Debt, when I was younger, it would bother me. It would tear me up. If I had to borrow money to buy a car, it bothered me. It hurt. It was painful. And I'd try to pay it off as quick as I could. I hated debt. All right? So learn how to avoid debt. Avoid credit. If you can avoid credit card debt, that's a big one right there. Because so many Americans are afflicted with the illness of maxing out their credit cards and not being able to pay them. Okay? If you're considering a HELOC and you're not using that HELOC to assist in buying a rental property, don't get a HELOC. Don't buy a boat. Don't buy a jet ski. Don't buy toys. Don't renovate your bathroom. Don't renovate your basement with a HELOC. Don't do it. Don't go into debt. Save up the cash to pay for it. Don't go into debt. All right? Student loans, seriously consider the value of that education, what kind of job you can get to pay that loan off before you go into debt. Work when you're in college. Avoid debt with a passion. Personal loans. Why? Yes, sometimes we have emergencies. I understand that. And there's times we got to do what we got to do. Okay? But I'm generalizing here. I'm generally speaking to the masses. Why? Why? Learn how to control your spending. Okay? All right. We're over 11 minutes, so I'm going to cut this off. All right. Mazske cares about you, and he wants you all to have a better financial future. All right? So stay safe in all you do. Learn how to curtail your spending, and do become an investor. It is not hard. It's not rocket science. All right? Nigel, thank you. Y'all take care. Stay safe. Talk to you later. Mazske is signing out.